excited, but what were your takeaways in terms of who ran well at Iowa and who continued to struggle?
Well, you know, one thing for sure, as far as sheer speed, you know, Penske found some speed there. There's no question about it. McLaughlin was really fast the first day. Came from 27th to 4th. That showed a lot of speed. Will Power ran 3rd in that race. Newgarden ran 2nd. The second day, they all three had speed. One, Will Power had an engine failure. McLaughlin got to the wall.
Points. Notable Ward, who was Saturday's winner, is 129 points back. Then Scott Dixon, 173 points back. Here's how lopsided things are. Typically, you always look good about being in the top 10 in points, but if you look at it right now, two drivers are tied for 10th. The AJ point drivers of Santino Ferrucci and David Malukas, they are 278 points behind first place Alex.
Yeah, you know, you take Alex out of the running and just put him aside and go from second down. It doesn't look that bad. It's like a pretty close battle. There's a lot of battles within that top 10 that's very, very close. But he has such a big lead right now with, you know, not that many races left, obviously. There's only 5 left. Yeah, this one, obviously, the last street race of the season, and then we go to 2 road courses and 2 ovals to round out the year. He's been strong on all of them, and with only 5 races really left, I just don't see how he can lose enough points to give his championship away, because that means he has to have bad luck in every one of them, basically, and somebody has to have really good luck in all of them.
Yeah, I think it'd be the biggest collapse of the history of not only motorsports, but sports as a whole. 13th race of the season. 4 winners in 12 races. Ward and Dixon have won races. Kirkwood has won 3. Alex Palou has won 7 races this season. This is the 39th race held on the streets of Toronto. Colton Herta was the winner last year. Davey, an impressive performance by him, because if you recall, he led all the practice sessions in terms of speed. He set on pole and he won the race.
Yeah, you know, that's another team that we talked about from last week. They struggled. The Andretti Global team just did not have the proper setup. All 3 cars had tire issues, but they've been so fast on every street course, especially the street courses that we go to. They've been really, really tough, and obviously Kirkwood is the only winner out of that group, but don't count Colton out ever. I mean, he's been in contention to win some of these races, just hasn't pulled it off, so keep an eye for sure on that Andretti Global group.
Scott Dixon has 4 wins here. Will Power 3 wins here. Joseph Newgarden won a couple of times. 2 years ago, Christian Lundgaard was a winner here. Will Power and Scott Dixon with 2 poles each. Newgarden, Herta, and Lundgaard all have pole wins here, Davey. 24 drivers have raced here that are in the lineup this weekend. Dixon and Power have 18 starts, and 11 drivers have led laps. I think you go back to the earlier stat about pole winners and winners here. It's clear that here on the streets of Toronto, where there are some passing opportunities, however, those who start up front usually finish there.
Yeah, you know, one thing, Mark, is if they get tested, like a permanent street course or road course, they're able to go test and get their cars better and really get it fine-tuned. Anytime we go to a street circuit, they cannot test. So it's kind of the same for everybody. They've all been here. They all have a good starting point, and it really makes it super competitive. So I expect to see the same. I think there's going to be several drivers, including the Meyer Shank drivers, and I think the Foyt drivers. I think there's a lot of different teams that really are going to have the opportunity to, you know, get a win in this year.
Beautiful start to the weekend in Toronto. Let's get the specifics on that by welcoming in Alex Wolf.
A lot of change. I think that if you could follow